Good evening and welcome to Fashion Combat League, the world's #1 place for sartorial savagery. I'm Patrick McNamara.
And I'm Lovely Daybam.
We are here live at the Sphere in Las Vegas where some of the most dangerous dressers in the world prepare to meet in fashion combat. Let's go over to our fashion correspondent, Thomas, for the rules.
Fashion athletes will be judged based on their entire outfit, with special attention paid to the categories of style, fit, footwear, and accessories. In the event of a tie, hairstyle may come into play. Athletes are not judged on physique, tattoos, or any non-fashion elements of their appearance or personality. Athletes have 4 paths to victory.
Knockout.
These occur when a fashion combatant delivers a look so powerful that the judges have to stop the fight to ensure the safety of their opponent.
Submission.
These occur when a fashion combatant indicates verbally or through physical posture that they are aware that their opponent is better dressed than them.
Unanimous decision.
Both judges agree that while the contest was competitive, one combatant is a clear winner.
Split decision.
In the event of a disagreement between the judges, Lovely Dave's selection is treated as the winner for obvious reasons.
We have some fantastic sartorial violence coming up, not least our main event featuring Sean O'Malley versus Merab Dvalishvili. Merab has been accused of stealing this daring red jacket look from Sean. Perhaps in today's fight, we'll find out who wore it best. Our co-main event is a grudge match, as Grasso seeks to prove that she has what it takes to defeat Shevchenko's blistering sportswear game. First, however, we have a matchup between 2 of Fashion Combat's most exciting fighters, Brian Ortega and Diego Lopes. Let's go to Thomas for the details.
Brian Ortega.
A fan favorite and true veteran of the Fashion Combat League, Brian Boyfriend Material Ortega has been making waves for a long time. And we're not just talking about the waves in his beautiful hair.
Luscious.
While not afraid to elevate a trip to Chili's with a classy suit, Ortega has deployed a huge variety of looks, from Prince of Darkness
Immortal.
to down home on the ranch.
Howdy. Diego Lopes.
His opponent Diego Lopes may lack Ortega's experience, but few can match his looks when it comes to raw power. Best known for his streetwear strategies, Lopes is capable of bringing the heat no matter where the fight goes, from the gates of Thermopylae to a guy from work's wedding.
All right, here we have Brian Ortega versus Diego Lopes. And Brian Ortega has gone for something, looks to me, simple.
I would call it very simple. Comfortable. Again, we brought this up in the past, but he does look semi-ready for a flight.
Yeah, absolutely.
If I saw Diego Lopes ready for a flight in that, I don't know how I'd feel, but I wouldn't expect it, right?
I mean, I suspect on a flight he would have difficulty regulating temperature. I think he would get a little too hot, and then I think after that, he would perhaps take the poncho off, and then after that, he would maybe feel a little bit cold.
Yeah.
We don't know what he has on under the poncho. I mean, that's not our job to know.
That's an observation that I'm happy to bring forward. We can't see. All we see is the cheeky knee when it peeks out.
Yeah.
So we know he's wearing shorts under there, and it's a hard look to pull off. I'm going to say with that flex, seeing those bare ankles.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
I should say for the audience at home, due to an ongoing labor dispute with the boys in the truck, they are refusing to film any of our subjects today below the ankle line. They think this is going to get me to move on some issues. They're completely wrong. Everyone else in the organization is behind me. Dave's behind me. The video guys are behind me. The audio guys are behind me.
So, boys in the truck, it's time to get in line. Or you're going to be getting in line at the job center.
That was pretty clever. They don't call it the job center here, though. So who do we think won, Dave? Looking at this, I have some thoughts, but I'd like to hear yours.
I think that in terms of seeing any of these combatants on the street, one looks normal and one looks like a video game character.
That's
However,
true.
Brian Ortega's choice is so minimal and so low effort here that I believe that Diego's, handily kind of throwing him around a bit.
Yeah. I mean, I think Diego Lopes, he's got his nice accessory with the small crucifix. But and we can't really see much of an accessory game from Diego Lopes, but I just think Diego's making the strongest statement.
I agree. This is one of those times where it's not necessarily about the clothes or any sort of arrangements. It's about the swing that he takes.
Yeah. And I just don't think that Brian Ortega tried hard enough for this one. I'm also always a little disappointed when Brian Ortega ties his hair back. His hair is luscious. I know we're not judging on hair except in the event of a tie.
Legally, we cannot.
Yeah, but I just feel like tying it up in a bun like that, even if you're not strictly judging on hair, I think it can inform a look.
It can. However, you have to consider that Goku often trained with the weighted gi. Perhaps this is kind of his strategy, especially early.
Yeah. That's a very good point. So you think that when it comes to a really serious situation, he's going to take the hair out and he's going to be able to defeat Piccolo?
Almost certainly he would defeat his dad, Piccolo, and maybe friend. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I think maybe if there was going to be a situation for him to take off the weighted clothing, it was probably going to be here. What do we think then? We're saying Diego Lopes by unanimous decision?
We'll go to an unanimous decision on Diego.
All right. So up on to the next one.
Diego Lopes. Unanimous decision.
Well, who could have imagined that ending at the time of writing? Not me. But we still have two fantastic face-offs to share with you. Up next is our co-main event between Alexa Grasso and Valentina the Bullet Shevchenko. Let's go over to Thomas right now for the details.
Alexa Grasso.
Known for her strong commitment to sportswear strategies, Mexico's Alexa Grasso has nonetheless shown that she is a dangerous fashion combatant no matter where the fight takes place. Whether she's wearing elegant dresses, casual knits, sharp suits, or whatever this is,
Mysterious.
Grasso always comes prepared for a fight. It was this versatility, drive to win, and studied accessory tactics that led her to victory against her opponent, Valentina Shevchenko, in their first fashion combat.
Valentina Shevchenko.
There are few fighters in the entire Fashion Combat League with a game as varied and deadly as Valentina the Bullet Shevchenko. Over a storied career, she's shown that she can zero in on any number of looks, from glam rock icon
Bowie.
to her signature Christmas with the Clintons formal wear. Shevchenko has struggled at times with underestimating her opponents, leading to her surprise loss to Alexa Grasso in their last match. With everything on the line, Shevchenko is determined to show that she is still the queen of the Fashion Combat League strawweight division.
So up now we have Alexa Grasso versus Valentina Shevchenko. Another sportswear look from Valentina.
We've seen this in the past plenty. She can dress, but it seems, out there in the ring, in the octagon.
Yeah. She doesn't seem to care enough. She's confident that she can take it over Grasso without making a lot of effort. By the way, as you'll have noticed, we are still filming all of our subject above the ankle line due to union disputes. To the boys in the truck, I say, if you think that people on the internet are interested in seeing Alexa Grasso's feet, I think you're sorely mistaken.
You should see my Google search history.
Grasso appears to be going for a similar blazer to what we saw in her sizzle reel. This kind of off the shoulder, like shoulderless. I don't know what it is. It's still mysterious to me.
Sure. I wouldn't necessarily call it a sleeveless blazer. It is some sort of jacket. It is, longer, and she's wearing it open, which is, making it more casual.
We do have some accessories here.
I see some accessories. I can't quite tell. Is that we got it?
That is Grasso. Yeah.
Okay.
And then on Shevchenko, we have some kind of crucifix, it looks like, and a sovereign ring. So Shevchenko, I think it's a sportswear strategy, which is what she's known for. It is a little bolder than most sportswear strategies. If you saw her in the gym, you would take notice, I think.
You would take notice in the gymnasium, but, if we're here at the world's largest stage, I think that there's room for a little bit more effort.
Yeah.
I'm going to guess that big S on Shevchenko's arms and legs is... indeed, it stands for her last name.
I suspect it stands for Shevchenko.
Yes, and it does feel like wearing the band that you're going to see live, the band t-shirt.
I don't know. I mean, Shevchenko's top is interesting, but it looks like it could perhaps form part of a wetsuit.
Yeah, I'm 100% dry right now. I do think that this vest, the best thing I can call it here is a vest. We can't tell if there's buttons, if it actually has any of that. It does. Okay. It looks like we're fastening the front. The elongated vest, I think, is at least higher effort.
Yeah.
Right. We're in another situation where, unfortunately, it does feel like one of our combatants is laying down a little bit comparatively.
Yeah. I mean, Shevchenko has made some effort with her accessories game here.
I agree to that. The gold ring looks really wonderful with those greens.
Whereas Grasso with an Apple Watch and some kind of small pendant, I don't think is doing the job. But I think Shevchenko is trusting that her accessories work is going to win the match for her. And I just don't think that's a fair assumption. So what do we think here? Is this... So I'll put my cards on the table. I'm calling this a Grasso win.
It's close, but it's a Grasso win. And it's not close in an exciting way. It's close in a little bit of a yawn.
Okay, well then, Alexa Grasso by unanimous decision.
Great job.
Alexa Grasso, unanimous decision.
As another deadly clash between these two fashion warriors draws to a close, the fans demand even greater levels of en vogue violence. It's time to sate your base urges with the main event of the evening, Sugar Sean O'Malley versus Merab the Machine Dvalishvili.
Sean O'Malley.
Sideshow Sean O'Malley is known for his vivid and unorthodox approach to fashion combat, often coming to the fight with looks that are both unique and statistically optimal in the original release of Cyberpunk 2077.
Best in slot.
A courageous fighter known for taking huge swings, previous fights have been marred by overconfidence, with O'Malley deliberately favoring suboptimal shirtless strategies. This led him to victory against a typically uncommitted Peter Yan, but led to a crushing defeat against a fully clothed Aljamain Sterling.
Merab Dvalishvili.
His opponent, Merab Dvalishvili, is a versatile dresser who is as comfortable in the traditional choka of his native Georgia as he is with high-quality knitwear or even a Canadian tuxedo. A sharp blue suit with patriotic accessories brought him the win over a Christmassy Henry Cejudo,
Season's greetings.
while his stylish deployment of traditional Georgian dress brought him a win over the legendary Jose Aldo.
Goat.
Outside of the arena, Merab has been aggressive in his acquisition of new looks, even going so far as to openly steal a jacket from Sean O'Malley and arguably wearing it better.
All right, so big question with Sean O'Malley. Is he going to wear a shirt?
It seems no.
Yeah. You know,
I was ready. I was very, very ready to see Sean O'Malley really do it today.
yeah, we thought he was going to bring something exciting or he was going to not wear a shirt. And it seems like he's decided to not wear a shirt.
Chose option B, yes.
When you just see athletes like this who have so much potential but refuse to rise to the occasion, perhaps it's an ego issue. He thinks he can beat anyone in the world just on accessories and trousers. But, I think he's shown here that that's not the case.
His accessory game is strong. It's like he's wearing that pennant instead of a shirt and the
Yeah.
belt, I guess, currently. But, and there's a lot going on there. And I do like that piece. However, I think he just really wants to show off his tattoos.
Yeah, and tattoos aren't scored in this.
Unfortunately,
We would get in
tattoos
trouble
and
with the
hair,
commission.
both of Sean O'Malley's, lane.
Then again, we are still talking about Sean, whereas Merab is wearing, again, we see his patriotic accessory, the pendants we've seen before, and this lovely red suit. It's a little loud, perhaps a little disco.
I believe that he knew his opponent, though, right? Going into this, he was prepared that he would have to potentially make a statement. Unfortunately, it seems like he's not going to have to work too hard today.
I don't think this is going to take one to judge. Even looking at the accessories, I don't think it's a big change. Especially, I am hearing now from the boys in the truck that Sean O'Malley's accessory is specifically the logo of a business that he runs with Jake Paul.
Oh.
Or the other one of the Pauls.
Okay, quite unfortunate.
Yeah, and I just don't think I can grade it highly based on that. I would describe it as appalling.
Legally, with at least the rulings from the guild above us, all I can look at legally is this chain around his neck.
Yeah, I mean you can look at the trousers, but they're not.
I can't see.
Yeah, that's true. They're not exact. Let's see if the boys in the truck can get us a trousers shot in a minute here. Anytime now, guys.
Anybody ready? You just
David, just in your...
point it down lower.
All right, so we've got a shot of Merab. Great. But yeah, I think Merab's killing it. I think the sunglasses on the head is a look I'm not always fond of, but I think it works here.
It works for him. I agree.
Especially in the context of, eye contact with his fashion combatant opponent here. And I do love that Georgian flag pendant.
I think it works well, especially with the suit.
Yeah, less flashy, certainly. But not a terrible watch. I wouldn't say it's a strong watch game, but it's not an Apple Watch.
We are in agreement there.
And then we have here a picture from Sean O'Malley earlier where we can see his diamond bracelet. The boys in the truck were kind enough to get that to us.
Okay, so that was Sean's bracelet.
That was Sean's bracelet.
Okay, I did enjoy the bracelet. However, when it's all together...
Yeah, I mean, I think this is Merab Dvalishvili by knockout.
I do agree it's by knockout.
Yeah, this is... We probably, at this point, I think the referees need to separate these two men for Sean O'Malley's safety, because Merab is just getting in hits here.
Stop the fight already.
Merab by knockout.
Merab Dvalishvili. Knockout.
All right, so now we have our various combatants lined up in front of us, and the question is, who was the fit of the night? Let me hear your thoughts first, Dave.
There's bravery on this board, and there's laziness.
Yeah.
And I do want to award the bravery, but altogether, we just have to reward the most respectable and most obvious winner here. Do you know who that is? I'm assuming you know.
I think I know who it is, but I'd like to hear who you think it is.
I can't pronounce his last name, so I just was really trying to get you to say it.
I think it's Merab Dvalishvili.
That's him.
Yeah, I think Merab Dvalishvili is the fit of the night.
I think he gets fit of the night for sure.
I think this is a real case where we can say the thrill and the agony of this sport, it's the greatest sport in the world, is that sometimes one of the fighters just comes more ready than the other one. And this is a case here where we've seen three quite clear decisions. And in all cases, it's because of basic tactical errors on the part of their opponents.
Our fighters have to be prepared. And in this case, it seemed in each bout, one was and one wasn't. Yeah,
I would say that Brian Ortega, potentially, he was ready for a fight. He just wasn't ready for what Diego Lopes brought to the table.
I agree.
But, he's still young. Brian Ortega's only 34. I think he can come back. So congratulations to Merab Dvalishvili.
Fit of the night.
Thank you for joining us for another exciting episode of Fashion Combat League. I've been your host, Born Hater, Patrick McNamara.
And I'm lovely Dave Allen.
We'll be back in October for UFC 307 at the Delta Center in Salt Lake City, Utah, where we'll find out how high-altitude conditions affect the fashion sense of dominant fan favorite Alex Poatan Pereira as he battles the might of Khalil Roundtree Jr. We hope you've enjoyed this Dogfood Studios production. Before you go, be sure to dominate that like button, suplex that subscribe button, and crush the bell icon to be notified when new episodes come out. If you'd like to support the show, please consider subscribing to our Patreon, where you'll get access to a lot of stuff that's totally different to this. This is the first one, so yeah, all the other stuff is different and you won't like it. But if you're rewatching this from the future, there's probably more episodes of this, so you're golden. There's really never been a better time. Go watch all of them. Yeah. If you're watching this live, still sign up for sure, but just manage your expectations. Until next time, I'm Patrick McNamara.
And I'm lovely Dave Allen.
We'll see you in a few weeks.